The Wall Street Journal reported that China may be building a military base on Cuba. For the last couple of weeks, this building has been hesitant to say what China is doing in Cuba. Can you talk about what your concerns are and, to the extent you can, describe what this new military facility is?
Sure. Thanks for the question. So I've seen the reports that you mentioned and the one from this morning. I don't have anything to add to that. I have nothing further to comment or provide to you at this time. What we do know and what we have seen is the PRC continuing to express interest in the Western Hemisphere. We know that they want to expand their military presence, and so we are going to continue to monitor that. We feel that we will have the resources needed to counter any further actions that if they decide to take any, but at this point, there's nothing that I can add to those reports.
To follow up on that question on China, the Cuba relationship, does the U.S. have any reason to reevaluate its posture in the Western Hemisphere, in Latin America, or anywhere in South America based on China's actions?
We feel confident in our resources and our capabilities, not just here in our hemisphere, but around the world. Again, we don't see conflict with China. Competition is something that the Secretary and this administration has spoken openly about, but we feel very confident in our capabilities. But again, I wouldn't be able to speak more specifically to the reports that you referenced.
Following Secretary Blinken's trip to China and meeting with President Xi, does the Defense Secretary feel more or less confident in being able to speak with his Chinese counterpart?
Well, I think just most recently he was in Brussels and spoke to this. We are certainly keeping a line of communication open. We want to establish communication with the PRC and the Secretary's counterparts. We have left that door open. They just have not chosen to walk through that door. But as the Secretary has said before, we remain confident that mill-to-mill communications will resume at some point, and hopefully with Secretary Blinken's visit just this week, that helps sort of unlock some of these communications. But again, this is something we encourage. We want to speak to our PRC counterparts, but we just, as you know, before his trip to Singapore, we extended that door and tried to have a meeting there, and we were turned down. We will keep that door open, and hopefully they will take us up on our invitation.